Hey everyone, we got some Star Trek guy action going on right here. Okay, so first order of business, Star Trek Girl, I've really been liking your weekly videos. I think they've been very consistent and, keeping us up to date with what you're doing, and I like, um, I like you showing us stuff. However, I got something to say about the Star Trek Pez. I'm not as impressed with them as you are. I actually think they're pretty mediocre. So, so what's my beef with the Star Trek Pez? I don't know. I don't know how well you can see this, but to me, like, they don't necessarily look like the people. Like, suppose, let's see if we can get this right. Suppose, they didn't have their shoulders and their uniform. You wouldn't know that that's William Shatner or that's DeForest or that's Leonard Nimoy, because they really, really don't look like them. So yeah, their likeness isn't there. And also, the Enterprise is in orbit of Earth, and it's like, in this little mesh, it's supposed to be like stars, but it looks like, I don't know what that looks like. It just looks like it's in a rock. But it's creative, and I guess I'll give it that it's creative. So, I received this tweet today. Let's see if I can find it. It made me chuckle. Where was it? Okay. I received a tweet from this guy who isn't even following me. I don't know how he found me. But he says, Star Wars is better. Tell your private Kirk or whatever to play with his spaceship in another galaxy. And there's so many exclamation points. You know what? It obviously sounds like he hasn't seen like any Star Trek. Not because he's saying Star Wars is better, but he said that because, I mean, he called Kirk, what, Private Kirk? It's a very closed-minded, uninformed opinion of Star Trek. This is typical of Star Wars people who say Star Wars is better than Star Trek because they really don't know what they're talking about. I accept when people give rational explanations about why they think Star Wars is better than Star Trek because of some aspects of things they like, they find more enjoyable, things that Star Wars delivered that Star Trek didn't. It comes from, more than just Star Wars fans, but probably genuine sci-fi fans who have seen enough Star Trek to form a basically pretty good opinion and feel for what Star Trek is. But comments like the ones on my Twitter come from maybe they've seen one episode and they've based their entire opinion on that one episode. And that's not exactly fair because I'll admit Star Trek as a whole, as a franchise of all the series, Star Trek had some not very good episodes. It's hard to base it all on just one episode because you're getting just a little bit of a picture. I mean, it's better to, as a whole, it's better to view it as a whole rather than just the one episode or even just some of the episodes. But not everyone's going to view it as a whole. So I would say, I don't know, more than just the one episode, more than two or three, like you've legitimately seen quite a bit of it. Because anything less is a not very well informed opinion, and those irritate me. I mean, it's easy to see all of Star Wars, but I've also seen all of Star Trek. So by seeing all of Star Trek and all of Star Wars, I feel like with the majority of the people that I talk to, my opinion is the one that matters the most. Well, let me rephrase that. I shouldn't say my opinion matters the most. What I mean is my opinion is the most open-minded and well-informed because I've seen all of both. I know things. This makes me sound like such an asshole. But basically it comes down to when I when I can say why I like Star Trek more than I like Star Wars, I know what the heck I'm talking about. I know what elements are in both, and even though I find both enjoyable, I'm obviously leaning way heavily towards the Star Trek side. Because Star Trek is just freaking... I can't even think of a word to... I'm the Star Trek guy. I don't need to say more. I'm not the Star Wars guy. That doesn't even sound awesome. The Star Wars guy. I'm the Star Trek guy. The Star Trek guy. Star Trek guy. So yeah, comments like the one on my Twitter just... they amuse me because this guy obviously doesn't know what the heck he's talking about. And it's fine. I don't mind people who like Star Wars more than Star Trek, but I wish they would give Star Trek a chance before they just automatically deem Star Wars the #1 greatest thing of all time. That's really all I gotta say for now. Except that this chair is pretty awesome. I think I need to sit in it more often. I usually have like just crap on it, but I cleaned it off because I thought this would be a good wall to film on because it's just white and maybe I'll hang some stuff around here. I think it'll be pretty awesome. So, I don't know, maybe stay tuned for more of this type of scenario with the white wall. And I think I'll show you in another episode what's hanging right above my head over here. It's gonna be freaking sweet. It's like the sweetest thing I own, and it's very, very much Trek related. But I'm gonna keep you in the dark. Maybe I'll show you in the next video, but not now. No. Suspense. It's going to eat at you. You're gonna think, oh my god, what's it? What is that? What's up there? Well, it could be anything. Anything. Just think of the coolest Star Trek item, and that's probably what it is. Thank you very, very much for watching, and live long and prosper.